Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive #1, #2 employee. Leave a message at the... Hey, Jamie, it's me, Jamie. This is your daily pep talk. I know it's been rough going ever since people found out about your a cappella group, Mad Harmony, but you will bounce back. I mean, you're the guy always helping people find coverage options with the Name Your Price tool. It should be you giving me the pep talk. Now get out there, hit that high note, and take Mad Harmony all the way to nationals this year! Sorry, it's pitchy.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Eyes feel heavy, mind still speeding. I'm on autopilot, I'm barely still breathing. High as chemtrails and this feeling ain't leaving. Dodging comet tails, asteroids and space demons. This is lyrical, hit your soul with that spherical. Put you up in memories, posted holy spiritual. Eat your whole squad with a single clip in the Mac. And I don't battle rap, but I wrap you up in these bags. No twist ties, just twist your torso in half. Stuff you in the alley and offer you to the rats. Old school mob and no taking it to the mass. And I'm gonna handle that, no worrying about that. Cold case files, no hurrying about that. You are a statistic, the victim who got sacked. Carry on my daily, no thinking about that. CSI spaz, they trying to find facts. It's real talk shit I be going through every day. Real talk, feel the world slowly giving away. Real talk, can't stop me from this mission. Time to fit in where you get in or you end up missing. It's real talk shit I be going through every day. Real talk, feel the world slowly giving away. Real talk, can't stop me from this mission. Time to fit in where you get in or you end up missing.
What's up, man? It's your boy Jay Smooth, and welcome to Dead Mouse Radio. No matter where you listening at, I hope you listening. It's been a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I've been, I ain't gonna say a sabbatical, but I've been like trying to figure some shit out. So like, I ain't been up to date on a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? As far as keeping, you know what I'm saying, in context, so that's my fault. So first off, let me get the shouts out going. Shouts out to my man Badmouth Johnny. I like the way you got Mob Oil moving. I see you. Shouts out to my man Derek McMillan. I like the way you got your cigars moving. I see you. I see what you're doing. And shouts out to all my guests that's been on. Shouts out to Cash Cow and the Dead Mouse /Cash Cow Facebook group. Shouts out to that, man. We got to get a shorter name or something for that. Well, before we get into my shit, let's get into the shit that I've been doing. Well, I've been watching a few battles. I was able to catch Cortez versus O-Red. And the first round was crazy for both of them. You know, so I can appreciate the first round, but it'd be my problem sometimes that, like, sometimes a lot of these battlers, their first round, damn near be the battle. So, like, I was on that verge with, as far as with Cortez. But then O-Red took off in the second round, and he kind of made it evident that there's a gap between him and Cortez through the second round. But Cortez had a Muhammad Ali line that was crazy. That was dope. I just wish he would give you all of that stuff in the first round. Listen, I wish he, but I had O-Red winning 2-1. I had him running 2-1. I liked it O-Red in this battle. I didn't too much care for him coming up there in the kill and all of that shit. And I'm one of the people who didn't think that O-Red was Battle of the Year. I thought it was Tay Rock by far. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the LeBron James thing. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was Tay-Rock by far. There was another mass shooting. I told everybody we're going to start seeing these more frequently. I'm not even going to get into that because, like, I didn't research it, and I don't even know what city or country it was in. But shouts out to anybody that survived, and RIP to anybody that died. But, like, my next show, I'll probably talk about that a little bit more because I told everybody there was going to be lots more of these going on. A lot more of these going on. Well, that's a terrible segue, and like this, I've been away from a long time, but that's a terrible segue into this battle, which was low-key a classic. Low-key a classic. Iron Solomon versus Chilla Jones and King of the Dot. Now, let me say this first off. King of the Dot's been putting on some low-key good performances with their battles and stuff. I don't know if they're being overlooked or whatever, but they have been putting on some pretty decent battles and stuff. And this was another one of them that I would even go as far to call it a classic. I would go as far as to call it a classic. Chilla was on fire. The first round was just like super dumb. You know what I'm saying? He was just on fire. He was on fire, and I see as Chilla works through these other small leagues or whatever other leagues that isn't smack or ain't smack, Chilla is just dumb fire. You know what I'm saying? Just dumb fire. I want to see him bring that to smack. And Iron Solomon was consistent. He had a consistent jab through the whole fight. And I think that's what makes him lose a lot of battles, but he always performs good because he's got a very good jab. But his knockout punches he's going to miss it. It's not there. But the Paul Pierce line from Chilla Jones, on fire. And man, it was a good battle. It was a good battle. And I'm sorry, audience. I'm sorry, everybody, but I'm trying to stray away from talking about some real shit that's been going on. You know what I'm saying? I see going on and it's going on, even with myself. You know what I'm saying? I see some real shit's been going on, and I'm trying to stray from talking about that, but it's like egging me so damn bad that I want to talk about. I don't know if I want to put it in episodes to where I put this in episodes and not to explain myself because there's no need to explain myself. But so everybody else can get a good picture if you want to get a picture. So I'm debating on that. So, like, excuse me with my updates and stuff, but, like, this has just been heavy on my mind. It's been heavy on my mind about people being unappreciated. Let's throw the Chilla and the Iron Solomon thing to the back right now. I need to throw that to the back right now. I'm going to dig into my heart a little bit and talk about what I really want to talk about. So I'm going to throw this away. I'm going to throw this out right now. Two great battles. I'm going to leave it at that. Two great battles. Go watch them. Go check it out. And I'm going to throw that onto the side right now. And I just want to talk for a minute. Just for a minute. Sometimes we're going to do a lot of stuff that we're going to be unappreciated for. Nobody's going to appreciate you. Nobody's going to pat you on your back. Nobody's going to carry you across the finish line. Nobody's going to do none of this stuff. But we do a lot of stuff to where we sacrifice, and we know eternally that we sacrifice to do these things. to make these things possible. Whether it was getting up, catching a bus at 4:30 in the morning to make the 5 o'clock bus in the a.m. to go to a job, or whether it's out here in the streets risking your life, knowing what you risking your life for. We're going to do sacrifices, and things going to happen, and everything's not going to work out the way we plan. No matter how good we plan, no matter how much we laid up at night and we thought about this plan and said, sometimes things don't go as planned. As for take the Titanic ship. But at the same token in time, it's not to say your good intentions wasn't a good idea. Because to make a good idea work, it needs both sides to work. It needs every working piece in the machine to work. You cannot have a grandfather clock and one small turn wheel refuses to turn. That defects the whole grandfather clock. I'm not a grandfather clock maker, but I'm pretty sure that defects the grandfather clock. We have those same little small wheels in life. But unfortunately, they're bigger than a small wheel. They're bigger because it's a person. It's a personality. It can be embedded into you as a lifestyle that doesn't work. And you're trying to make this wheel work to make the machine work. But this wheel just does not work. So what does the clockmaker do? The clockmaker takes the big, beautiful clock that he sculpted, that he put all his time into, every little piece that he did with the little funny-looking glasses, and he put this clock together for it to work. But there's this piece that's jamming up the whole clock. A lot of people would call it a monkey wrench in the system, which would be most definitely correct. A monkey wrench in the system. So what the clockmaker does is he removes this piece and he replaces this piece with a piece that actually works. And so when the clock starts working, now you can tell time off the clock. But are you telling time because of the clock? Or are you telling time because of this skillful clockmaker found the piece that was inside of this big, beautiful clock and made it work? See, I say that to say this. That's what life is. That's exactly what life is. You got to find that little small piece. And it's usually a person. And the good thing about a clock is when you remove the piece, you don't got to hear the complaining. But it's usually a person that you got to remove to make the clock start working. I myself eventually had to experience what it feels like to be put in a position to where you had to remove that piece of the clock. But once the piece is removed, the clock starts working. It's tick-tocking. You got the bird coming out. You know what I'm saying? You're doing all of this fantastic stuff with the clock. You know when it's lunchtime. You know when it's dinner time. You know when all of this stuff now because the clock is now working. The clock works. It works. As we look at our life and you look at how many pieces of your clock you had to remove to make it work. The lucky ones came into the shop and they brought a good clock and it just worked. No problems. Even wrote a good note back to the manufacturer. This clock was awesome. This clock has saved my life. This clock got me a promotion because it woke me up every time on time. But there's another degree of people. They had to replace some pieces in their clock. Some people had to replace the whole clock. But I wonder when you move one of those time wheels out, how emotional are you when you move the time wheel out? How bad do people really want their clock to work? That's my question. See, I deal with this. Yes. Jay Smooth, the great one, the chosen one, the heir to the throne, has dealt with these problems. He has dealt with unselfishness. He has dealt with ungratefulness. The great one has. The great one has. And I think all of the greats do, to be honest. I think all of the greats do, to be honest. So I've been fighting myself, and excuse me, y'all, because I changed this into something completely different. But follow me here. I've been fighting myself to not bring in J.J. Cruel on clock fixers or these clock pieces. Because then you also got this person that says, fuck the whole clock. And he throws the clock down and he stomps out every goddamn piece and he goes and buys a digital clock. So all that handcrafted work is just stomped in the concrete as if it was nothing. This is what some people do. I had to fight myself from being that person, even though being honest with my fans and being with anybody that's listening, whether you listen now or 20 years from now, I want you to know that I'm telling the truth. I am that person. I am that person. And it's a hard fight for me not to be like, I did this, I did that, and this is why I deserve this type of respect. This is what I've done. Now show me what you've done. So it's hard for me not to be that person because I'm trying to be professional. You know what I'm saying? I really am. I'm really learning like a new craft, a new self-being, a new self-energy, a new everything. I'm really, really learning it. But my key words is learning, and I haven't learned it. So there's I have these times to where me not learning that wants to come out. And today was one of them times. Today was one of those times. And as I say again, I apologize because I did go off a topic, but I wanted to use this time right here to express myself. For any doubters or anything, which really doesn't matter. I just wanted to get it off my chest for myself. I have learned. I have started from day one with people that was dysfunctional and not on no path. I have changed directions of not just myself, but of those people that was dysfunctional with no path. And I asked, as God would ask, as anybody would ask, where is my gratification? And it's me being in a human spirit, you know what I'm saying, we able to feel and stuff. You feel like you deserve this gratification. But somebody else is dictating if you deserve this gratification that never worked for it or did anything to even have the right to dictate that. But that's what they do. But as I said once again, I'm the clock maker. There's a piece broken in the clock, it gets replaced, and I'll make sure that the clock continues to tick on. And I've come up against not even myself, because that would be more of a challenge and more of a challenging argument. But I've come up against, it's like an NBA player playing a G League player. Why am I even on the court with you? Why? And I've come up against people that feel like they have anything to say. And I've offered them the chance to say it. I've offered them, and I continue to do that. I continue to do that. But I've come up against that. So that's what set me off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Set me off just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You remember that Drake stuff, Rick Ross? You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. That's where I'm at right now. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. So don't act like you was shooting in the gym. Don't even act like you got any gems. Period. This your boy Jay Smooth, man. I'm gonna give you a little break, man, because I got a little bit more to say. But I want y'all to check out this, you know what I'm saying? Check this out right quick, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna take a little break. Because when I come back, I want to have my thoughts, you know what I'm saying, redirected and focused so that people know that I am not going to send subliminal. I am not even going to beef like that. I just want to get stuff out in the open. Out in the open. That's all I want to do. You know what I'm saying? But on that note, let's check out some Bad Mouth Johnny, man.
Eyes feel heavy, mind still speeding. I'm on autopilot, I'm barely still breathing. High as chemtrails and this feeling ain't leaving. Dodging comet tails, asteroids and space demons. This is lyrical, hit your soul with that spiritual. Put you up in memories, hopes and holy spiritual. Eat your whole squad with a single clip in the Mac. And I don't battle rap, but I wrap you up in these bags. No twist ties, just twist your torso in half. Stuff you in the alley and offer you to the grass. Old school mobbing, I'm taking it to the mass. And I'm gonna handle that, no worrying about that. Cold case files, no hurrying about that. You are a statistic, the victim who got sacked. Carry on my daily, I'm thinking about that. CSI fans, they trying to find facts. It's real talk shit I be going through every day. Real talk, feel the world slowly giving away. Real talk, can't stop me from this mission. Time to fit in where you get in or you end up missing. It's real talk shit I be going through every day. Real talk, feel the world slowly giving away. Real talk, can't stop me from this mission. Time to fit in where you get in or you end up missing.
Man, I'm back. It's your boy Jay Smooth. This is Dead Mouse Radio. No matter where you listening at, man, I hope y'all enjoy this type of stuff. This will probably be the only time you get some personal shit up out of me. Because, like, all this other shit is just sucker shit. It's just sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? It's sucker shit. And like what I always say, I can talk about the first day to the last day. Don't come in stuff if you can just talk about a couple of weeks, a couple hours. I was there from the first draft to the last day till the team got cut. So I wanted to say that, and I want to be polite, and then at the same time, I want to be really who the fuck I am and go ham. But my buddy told me, man, there's a higher road. And I believe him. He said there's a higher road that I should take. Even though I don't know the directions, I'm not going to lie to you. I am not going to lie to you. I'm the nigga that where if I don't like you and something bad happened to you, I say fuck you. And I mean it with an honest heart. So I'm not lying. But on the other token hand, I'm trying to change from being that person. So I'm deciding to look at the map of the higher road. I'm at least going to look at the map. That's what I'm going to do. Because some stuff needs to be said, and maybe it'll change people's lives. And some people are just a little too fucking high on their horse, if it's even a horse. I'm from the city, so I don't even know if it's a horse. So there's microphones all around this motherfucker. There's cameras all around this motherfucker. And before we talk about what I do, or what I did, or what I said, know that I meant every goddamn word of it. Every goddamn word. I mean, from the bottom of my, my ass, I meant every goddamn word. And I mean this when I say this. I have no truth telling the truth about my life. I have no qualms. I have no worries. I have no problems with turning stuff personal. I have no problems with it. But then there's another side of me that does have problems with it. But just always know that side remains. But I just want to say, I'm sorry I've been away for so long, and I'm getting back into the thing, man. So I decided to jump on tonight, and I had a bunch of personal stuff that I really wanted to unload on y'all, but that ain't fair to y'all, and it ain't the right time for it, so I'm not going to do that. I decided to not do that, but I have no problems with it. So I decided not to do that because that ain't fair to y'all, my listeners and stuff, for me to get personal and stuff like that. So I'm not going to do that. But just for the other people that sneak listening to this, and you listening to this, and I hope that you listen real clear. I hope that you listen real clear to every word that I say. I have no problems about telling the truth. But can you stomach what I'm going to say? So beware of what you say. Don't poke the bear. Do not poke the bear. I am a bear. Do not poke me. Glad to be back. Sorry for the long wait, guys. I'm going to not be so personal when I come back. I got some good stuff to talk about. I didn't want to waste it on this personal rant and stuff because this is kind of personal rant. So I didn't want to waste on that. So my next episodes, man, follow with me, man. I'll be coming back at you. Shouts out to Dead Mouse Radio, the Dead Mouse Radio Cash Cow group. Shouts out to everybody that's liking posts and dropping memes and everything in there. Shouts out to the Blog Talk Radio family. Shouts out to my man Badmouth Johnny, my man Derek, R&R Cans, already said Cash Cow. Shouts out to my family, my kids. Bless up and remember to chase your dreams because your dreams ain't going to chase you. Man, I catch y'all on the next episode, man, and I might be in a better mood. I should be in a better mood, but I catch you on the next episode. Bless up, everybody.